sugar iti.
Now because what you want to say, a boy giant quite penny, Jimmy Forway, and your man penny, or say 40 billion, a billion Ghana. No, 40 billion, 40 billion. Greta Accra Crown should get 40 billion worth of projects. Sika yeke ya Bosia Bo, your taxes are yet yankan home. Bosia Bonkwao, so Ashanti region is supposed to have seen over 40 billion worth of projects. So if 40 billion enters Ashanti region, Kwabla, you are there be a friend of physical decentralization. Fiscal, Sika ye chichem, eco regions. Where are making your taxes are yet yankan home. So after accruing all this money into your pocket, and then our koji will be to say pension and the sika, the bond that account to me. And then our koji.
And so for your kufubusa question, we say,
then
or say, Mamma Busa, or say, so what say, memoir amount to your data. Chiramiska or G and the
simple. This is why I'm taking my time today. From 2017 to date, I mean it, and I know why I'm saying that. This is broad daylight armed robbery. You have all this money under your bed. Now how come say yeah to my way? Look at Gabi. It's not as if we didn't know him. From UK to Ghana, I mean you could not even afford your rent. These are look, they are known. Jesus Christ, it's painful, eh? It's very painful. Oh. Then after chopping all this money, you find it comfortable to go to the bank accounts of those who saved monies for their pension and for their upkeep. Say be yes edua enyina na apa bem enunti o siebi na dache what their
omoskis Canada.
No wetimi akwa kofa sa ni panisika after chopping all this money on.
Yeah. And you see
then President Kufuor is quiet.
For me, I think say
look,
and
say omo ya bofo, omo ye nipa boni for me awudifo.
I'm so sorry. Me are very sorry to say MPP, I don't need MPP no omo trimo odin.
Omo ye awudifo.
Omo ye awudifo papa.
Me rate me ho.
Unim omo di boni a.
You tell me Jesus Christ.
Omo di boni a, they don't care. So what kum nipa 800 egu. And look at the pay.
Massacre.
She payna. This man, Mr. Jekum, Ediakowu, that even he can't afford 1,000 cedis, a book worth 1,000 cedis. He can't afford.
And he had to go through SNET to make money. Obia or no, or only businesses.
Listen to Echikwam. Listen to Echikwam. Echikwam dear, Senkaminime Echikwama.
Jesus Christ.
Somebody in the corporate world in Ghana, you can say your boy Echikwam dia. How much me reducing it to? I mean, a pauper.
Kofi
Atta say. So I'm maybe I hear jokes.
No,
and
so sometimes
what one tells is
social media.
Yeah,
there are things that he does. It's like I just have to let people feel say, who say I am a share no me WhatsApp.
I always
it's just
watch.
So that I say let's encourage him to at least live life.
No,
because me who could deep down. Me who say no for your town. Yakopo be tia oni wasefo.
Me who say starting.
We are wicked. We are buffo. Eba omi a we are wudini. Yakopo be tia oni wasefo ka. No wonder. Yakopo wake tia ni bi ne oma no. Yakopo be tia oni wasefo ka.
Mo
be breve du be. Mo pension keke kwa to mano so na mo bre na Yakopo be mama bre. Woni wasefo. Mo be se na mo di mo be bre me no me a me de to mo so.
You see?
Me de no mu we to mo so. Woni wasefo. Obi abo besia o. Obi sebi kwabra. Ye kura ni na bia.
Oh, ye bo.
Enu akura m ko bi me.
Ye bo.
Me ko bosia bo.
Betia me fo bi won pran.
Now kwabra ukobo besia sebi. Obi anim say obi tibe ko bo besia twe manson.
Of course.
Manson na okobo besia kotwe no eye de adipa ba fie. Eje se wo bo besia say me kwa akotu sika na gu. Na ene yetimi atena wiase aka kire ye ho say Akufo-Addo etimi abo besia in excess of 600 billion.
Is this 7 or 600?
Ono kwa bobesia 600, more than 600
Yes.
billion. 643 billion.
Billion.
Oni bawumia. Sasika no, kwabna. Se wopa enkwa kire o, enko President Kufuor time. Enko Mahama your friend is saying, enko Mills. Any Mahama first term. For Mahama last term or the a friend is saying, or the call ya or the bay. Nebusi oboy nyina 54 billion. Kwabna, the 54 billion no, say even on kataneni no moon content Ghana for without even looking into the accounting to the people documents now. Or the be dance say me nyuma ma ye no. Keke on fa nani on kataneni no mo bo a kwabna menim say Ghana ni bia betimi kura de nsa kire ni o ma bebre so. Sanyoma ya ekadi ebobodi ni nyina Akufo-Addo has none to his credit. Akufo-Addo doesn't have anything that equalizes a Circle Dubai interchange. He has nothing like that to his credit.
Say Kakasinitia, maybe see interchange is 10.
He has nothing like Kaswa interchange. Even the one that he wants to take glory for, no,
that's Temaran about.
No, and no, it is a gift I had Mahama. Japanese government gifted Mahama that grant. It's that grant and your loan.
Oh yeah, no man do
Pokwa say Yadia John Mahama na call African Development Bank koje Bosia. Na Ghana needed to add only 12 billion. This thing I'm talking about is on Google.
Your friend say
you can go to Google, whoever is listening, and check. Say, go to Pokwas. Just put Pokwas interchange and put African Development Bank, and you see Mahama taking the loan with Setepe.
Even Ofa Bakuya wa your friend say Okwa Boso Kaya.
I know Mahama. I know Obichebi.
Yeah, they flyover.
A flyover. Look, these things.
When you say I want to be my MPP for Agyebeng, they say flyover your interchange.
Oh no, you see, even if even if it is, it is. How does someone contract a loan? Na ye fanka se John Mahama abo besia dodo. Na loan na wo kese wabo akwa bosia na wakwa akobo no. Ni hu project dia wo se ye me na me ye. Ye do so na me kwaka se omampani Kufuor ni Millennium Challenge account sika okoje ya de ye N1 no. Eno so ye mills na ye ya mo se da bi. So sometimes it's like you are dealing with mad people who just because they are just frustrating and suffocating us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, obey you untuma.
I'm confused here.
And you know, when you untuma we are okay. Oh yes, I can one sema. Yes, hey. Oso abodam adanya, bodam na oso di nachi. Meanwhile, sabi edru baby a oso hwi ni sum.
No, don't want to say
money ba na adwene ya adwuma. Oh, kwabra. So if you have 54 billion, doing all that projects that we see as a country, yenka e-blocks one sem, yenka your friend is saying markets one sem, KJTI yenka one sem, yenka hospitals in Kwampo, kwabra. Akufo-Addo has no hospital in this country built by him that equalizes that of University of Ghana Medical Center. No. Not even that which has not been completed in your friend is saying Aferi. Shabetifi. Shakumewu.
Say a
friend is saying
Omakoye artwork. Ubu soma official Yirebi district hospital ye CAW is artwork ni da honu. Then you
meanwhile, these are the very people. These are the very people who popularized the word artistic impression. To the extent that they made people believe that everything that was in the Green Book was artistic impression. And it was never true. Today, if you question them about the Green Book, they are not able to tell you why they were saying all those things in opposition. Except to conclude, say, near politics. And you know, just a normal, estimation.
Yeah.
Say, with 54 billion, all these are the projects that John Mahama to me, yeah. The one we need, the way we in a young canning in mum. Akufo-Addo, what babet no may so only baumia and fear watching. You have nothing that equalizes such projects. But you are telling me that Wowa Bobesia in excess of about 10 times Bosia Mahama boy. 10 times so. Because you can get 540 billion in 643 billion and still have about 103 billion. Meboa. And then they mass na juma. Because 54 billion times 10 510. Maybe 540 54 times 10 540.
Yeah.
So if you subtract 540 from 643, you will get 103. Meboa.
Yeah.
103 billion. No. What do you find? Say no yen chobu. Na just a project Mahama ye no. E wo sen kanku for do bosia na obo ye nkwa no. Wotimi di ye maako edu.
Omo wia.
Enu nti no enka wo sen kienya cycle interchange no maako du e wo Ghana ha e ka baako na adwo Mahama ye na nka ye du baako.
Omo wia. O wia ska.
Kwabra, to simplify it.
Where wia?
Opa with your calculation with your calculator help us. Kwabra. Na divide 643 billion no, by 16 regions. By 16 regions. 643 divides 16. Ebe yese kwabra. Yeche
643.
643 divides 16. That is 40.1875 billion. Into every region biano, into Greater Accra no, they should be able to account for about 40 billion worth of projects. 40 billion. These are things that I don't know. I'm into me. I am into me. And now, but trench and you may boom no. Now, because what you want to say, oh, a boy giant quite some penny, Jimmy Forway, and your man penny. Or say 40 billion, a billion Ghana. No, that be 40 billion, 40 billion. Greater Accra and Kwao should get 40 billion worth of projects. Sika yeke ya Bosia Bo, your taxes are yet yankan home. Bosia Bon Kwao, so Ashanti region is supposed to have seen over 40 billion worth of projects. So if 40 billion enters Ashanti region, Kwabra, you are there be a friend of physical decentralization. Fiscal, Sika ye chichem, eco regions. Where you making your taxes are yet yankan home. So after accruing all this money into your pocket, and then our koji will be to say pension and the sika, the bond that account to, and then our koji.
And so for your kufubusa question, we say,
and then,
or say, Mamma Busa, or say, so what say, memoir amount to your data. Chiramiska or G and the old
yeah, simple. This is why I'm taking my time today. Because, me to us, Hannah, and your way goes through my mind. And until I am in Yasa Butreno, some day, but I know. Why you almost a word to me for? I want to be, and I mean, I would say, me, church me. Quabra, would ye, young decentralizing it further. Divide the 643 by 275. 275. Every constituency, every constituency. In which constituency are we? I am Lejokuku, and yes, sir. La dade kotopon. La dade kotopon. Yeah, and then come here tell the cuckoo for La dade kotopon. Kwamna, me constituencies, ayeminu, anasa but where currently me constituency, Ayawa so West Wogon.
Yeah.
The most elite community in Ghana. Adeyoya.
Oh, yeah. So you say me idea.
Yeah. So when you divide 643 by 275, every constituency is supposed to get not less than 2.338 billion cedis. And think Ayawa so West Wogono, Ekufodo and Bawumia are supposed to at least show, in terms of fiscal decentralization, show us projects to the quantum of 4 billion. 2.4 billion. So if I tell you, say, They are not able to account for 10% of the monies they have accrued from 2017 to date. I mean it, and I know why I'm saying that. This is broad daylight armed robbery. You have all these monies under your bed. Now how come say yeah my way mu? Look at Gabi. It's not as if we didn't know him. From UK to Ghana, I mean, you could not even afford your rent. These are, look, they are known. Jesus Christ, it's painful, eh? It's very painful. Oh. Then, after chopping all this money, you find it comfortable to go to the bank accounts of those who saved monies for their pension and for their upkeep. Say bi yesi edua enyina na apa bem enunti o siebi na dache wo dia kwa ahomegiem
omosis Canada
na wetimi akwa akofa sa nipa ni sika after dropping all this money on.
Yeah. And you see,
then President Kufuor is quiet.
For me, I think say,
look,
and
say we mo omo ya bofo, omo ye nipa boni for me ya wudifo.
Yeah.
Muye nipa mo da mo benom. Muye nipa boni.
I'm so sorry. Me are very sorry to say MPP adom di dua MPP no omo trimo odin. Omo ya wudifo. Me papa.
Me rate me ho.
Unim omo di boni a.
You tell me. Jesus Christ.
Omo di boni a, they don't care. So what kum nipa 800 egu. And look at the
massacre.
She pain this man Mr. Jekum Ediakowu, that even he can't afford 1,000 cedis, a book worth 1,000 cedis. He can't afford
and he had to go through SNET to make money. Obia or no or only businesses.
Listen to Echikwam. Echikwam dear Senkamini Echikwama.
Jesus Christ.
Somebody in the corporate world in Ghana, you can say your boy Echikwam dia. How much me reducing it to? I mean a pauper. Like, yeah.
One way now. Echikwam. You would think say well you're some street addict be.
Yeah.
And now share what you share the omaye indum. Share the omaye akwei Kofi Amoaben.
Yeah.
Kofi Amoaben
say so one maybe I nye jokes.
No.
And
so sometimes
what one things is
social media.
Yeah.
There are things that he does. It's like I just have to let people feel say who say hey I'm a share no me WhatsApp.
I always
it's just
watch.
So that I say let's encourage him to at least live life.
No,
because me who could deep down. Me who say no for your town. Yakopo be tia oni wasefo.
Me who say start
here. We wicked. We are bufo. Eba omi a we wudini. Yakopo be tia oni wasefo ka. No wonder. Yakopo waketia ni bi no ma no. Yakopo be tia oni wasefo ka.
Mo
be breve du be. Mo pensio keke kwa to ma no so na mo bre na Yakopo be mama bre. Woni wasefo. Mo be se na mo di mo be bre me eyo no me a me de to mo so.
You see?
But the no way to mo so when you say for
you see how obia o kan sembi me who say MPP na dosa no President Kufuor na nipa boni nipa number 1.
Jesus,
were you bad man papa
you are promoting this to me
unim me yaw
you are bold to tell me
yaw say enya wa me yire Teresa wu ye nka me nko ho Kufuor nya nipa
Jesus
me pese me di agro ko ne nchen ko ni trimo den. So to be trauma and Crawford or my pain musay now based on me ya santini me ya kanni me MPP ni now to me now a shaman Crawford bre e kwaya musay ya we nipa we criminal we criminal
this to me
then
what you are na obi abefrɛ ai e kwabra Japan onua no
won de ebon
mu ye nipa boni for mu ye mimfo mu ye mimfo mu ye no me e mo my way
ya home
mu ye no me
Tommy akwaba
e very painful
ya home
Didi kan mama ma Yura your friend is saying
Dr. Michael Lado Mikado the busianfo especially okunani sortiasia nene ma immediate family particularly mamu nyina yako kwabna no se kama center ha de press conference amaye no ho
enya asem ketwa sometimes we corner on your issue aja ofre na eja watiem kakra ma you know he was a very
nice man.
He's a very nice generous man,
Down to earth,
you know. The weekend me wo Kumasi naja me te say me nam social media na me te say nam say o there be na papa na nsen naja obetu to be money omo e ma ye ho toye na e den na wako free me. But I think so upon further checks and I realized it was true. Onyame fa the currency, it's extremely painful. Come now when near Yami say these people who were greatly affected by the maladministration of President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia and Ofori-Atta did not live to see the end of these people. Because at least Ebianka omu wie ya anka ombenya retichire kaka who kwabna. And I think say it's really is beginning to really create a serious challenge for all of us kwabna, especially those of us that get democracies 80 say kwabna na sa 4 years ni 8 years kwabna to be ba no di mo asema na uni hwe so do so go bo na wa sell man no aye do ope. It's extremely painful, you know.
But is that the case? Or that is what it has become the status quo?
Yeah,
it ought not to have been the case.
And I make us say
a parliament a year week.
Exactly. I agree.
Akufo-Addo didn't have to leave all his terms.
Exactly. I agree with you.
When impeachment is a process.
Yeah. You know. But Kwabna, I'm say, you see, Aban Womu see so in 2017. Agyebeng Agyebeng in the buy, so omu de bebu man no. Kwabna 2018 almost year banking sector clean up. Okay.
Yeah.
Kwabna banking sector clean up no. Oh, we did a lot of research and publications on it. Within the first 3 months, almost 3,000 people died out of the banking sector cleanup. 3,000 people. Kwabna unim kofo a omu wuye pa. Omo anomo ye contractors. Omo anomo ye contractors.
Yeah.
Omo akoje busia e wo bank. What you say? E de akoye adwuma. Okay? Aban no e de ne ka. Wakoye de akoye aban contract. Wakoje busia wo bank. E de akoye aban contract. E wo say aban tu ono ne ka. No di ko tu bank ne ka. Na bank no e de enya hoden.
No so ne ho to no.
No so ne ho to no.
O timenya bia bo bi.
O kwaje bosia no. O de ni fie ni na japade nyina kosi awowa. Because when you say aban adwuma de e den aban betua.
It's the safest.
O koye no. Aban contract obaye aban se ontua. Unim say omo ye contract from 2012 up to 2017 obi no a aban we etua na ka bi se no contractor. Not a single contractor or year.
Really?
Yes. Not a single one.
My brother, that was a question.
Into almost
for the public.
Into almost
no, but minimum say be
Debbie.
Because you say omo be kwa say omo MPP contractors so omo they pay them.
Omo enu ye ti omo buy no. Omo awode omo twetwam na omo awode fresh contract. And no omo tuaye.
But so so Ghana for ntia
no. They make cannot say. Say contractor why adwuma NDC abreso. Ama aban no. Aban de ne ka say aban ni tua. Enye ono oye adwuma ma aban, anya adwuma ma NDC, oye adwuma ma aban. It will be so a e so tua ne ka. Oba wo si wuntua.
Mamba, kwabra. Sisi e. Won kwala ya ono mu ye adwuma. Oma ye adwuma dada, wuntua e. Ena foforo aba. Ena omo ye adwuma, omo mbo someso ye no. Wuntua omo ka. Na omo ye adwuma dada no. Omo munya den. Odwuma ni akatua mfata. Omo suna na Agyebosia dada wo bank ne.
banks now see aye week no the na ma banks na aye week ni say
anyway
contractors a omajeje bosia akoye aban project wo si wuntua tua nkofo ne ka no mo kotua banks ne ka ena nkofo no ka wantua bank no so awakogu no ama won mo ye adwuma bank ahwere o madwuma afa contractor na ono di ne sika ekosi awowa odi ne dan ne japade kosi awowa ekoje bosia go koye aban project no banks na repossess ni fie ni ne japade no receiver na o power no say onye we no receiver no agigigi o japade into some of the contractors in their last days some of them didn't have a place to even put their head because their houses has been repossessed. Their houses has been repossessed.
This is terrible.
Come na my head one my buying to ameka na menko to your bank neka na bank ni nya ho din kofo dwuma ungu bank no enkofo dwuma beka problem bi eni ho mesika wo de say come na unim say edu baby banks no ekwa ka say okay aban so we see we yes kamaya my what we call a friend is saying a paper a bond, just a bond to go to the market. Okay, sika ebia say 9 billion now senka buying ekopedi ebeshe banks name no oh dear, just give us a sheet of paper. It's a bond. It's called a guarantee. A bank say okay, we give you this paper, you go to the market. Government is underwriting this bond say obi bi odi ni sika about supported banks ni bia no obema banks ni sika na mo manya hodin bia no say banks ni ntimi entua da achi bia me aban metua me guarantee ama wo mo is just a guarantee enye bia enye we enti kwabna paper hwe say Ministry of Finance ever paper actually please grant these banks or please allow these banks to borrow on the back of government's guarantee. If they fail to honor, we the government of Ghana shall undertake to settle this debt. Signed, Ken Ofori-Atta, full stop. Kwabena, paper keke. Now I sign the signature. No, the Ministry of Finance stamp a CISO. No, they are my banks. No, now banks, no, they are core capital market. I could raise 9 billion. No, markets they are recapitalized.
A better than we am working.
Paper. And yes, paper. We A4 sheet. We can afford to say that. Obeko banks and I save for full numa.
Every year, I could bob Bissia or bank.
Every year, I could bob 22 billion cedis.
Or no, now on your bank, no.
Kwabena, and Kofrey, you know, more dealing no. Kwabena, we more, they are bloodsuckers. Kwabena, they are serious people. Me who be that? Kwabena, yeah, who be that? Me say a buying people we are say kwabena na Taliban a buying come Afghanistan come here wiki say Taliban come on yes sir. The Taliban government will not do this. So and I was saying kofo nyuma enti kwabena omugo banks no and omu wiki in the entire financial sector enti mekado mu nyina no enye bonds no na mo call from banks no omugo na mo nyina call from. So that was the first part that weakened the people. Teskafo kroma nyina omuta jojoye from that time going. Omuta jojoye.
And what you almost said that
it was deliberate. It was planned. It was planned. Now who the way forward document they PA before Agyebeng no. It was planned. But you see, enti pepi obika senko for mo smarter. I doubt it. They are not smart because their intention is say let's shift the balance of the wealth towards our people. But they forgot to say, Kwabena, economic factors are interconnected.
It's a value chain.
They are interconnected. What you say? Kwabena, say, what's the list over your town for? List over now pen asema. List over our company. List over companies now employ nipa 1,000. So nipa 1,000 no. Omo nya wo tanfo ebi ya wo fa asenam ebi be kwa bia unuan kra unim ebi ya onananom
ebi su kra yon prafo
what you say but because ebi kra yan kofo mo to abama wo party no but because say one no adwenboni we otirim na onwini nkwa akirenti no o se me the list of ho abufuo list of company no me gu no nipa 1000 o form ye adwuma nyina nipa 1000 no so no list of form adwuma no ebi e wo ma into mo dependent for ebi wo yere edu ka mo nyina boma they say nipa 1000 no directly no nipa 5000 has been affected. Onwini hunu nyansa say ade amikoye even though nipa ba akope e na me say na adwuma me na no aduane, but I'm taking 5,000 people's livelihood.
But I think you're also crying deliberate, because the more you can impoverish the people, the more during elections you bet me
vulnerable.
Yeah, vulnerable.
Exactly.
Oh man of 50 cities crying, he's good to go.
You know. But you see, this is a very serious matter. To move king kofoni you know. So they made everybody became either to be dependent on a few people. The economy, no, from 2018, 2019, 2020, no, the debt restructure, no, it was the last straw. It was the nail in the coffin. In fact, it was what drove a lot of people into early grave. Because it in Ofori-Atta is a kama moa nanka, even though omo lose omo livelihood omo jumani omo companies there, but we are managing surviving because our bond kakra or savings kakra da hawa year juma over 30 years. What you say? Sanko phone nyina no and omo savings banking sector clean up no. Me say banking sector debt restructuring, debt default no, and then also unilaterally obe fani nyina. Eti he afe no enkofo no they lost hope. They lost hope completely. Because me be companies me adwuma me fa wa be say me companies me adwuma bibia. They say me savings kakra adwuma my year adwuma 30 years. No so savings kakra my year me didi ho. Na no so aban so afade a enya di ebio kwabna ene me ti ase me ye de me je den. So people have died. Kwabna, yeah, where we mo dear na ye can because they are prominent people make